Good morning, good morning, good morning. See if I can get these glasses on. I can see just a little bit better, but I don't like the glare. I don't like the glare, but I don't know. We'll see what we'll have to do. I might have to turn my face this way so you don't get the glare. See, if I do this, then the glare's right on me. But if I do this, the glare's off of me. So I might have to do that. Hey, what's up, my man? Good to see you, bro. Today, I'm talking about presentations. Talking about presentations. You know, are they valuable? Are they the best format for the room that you're walking into? And this was inspired by a recent experience that I had where I was invited to go speak at a marketing event, and wasn't a whole lot of people there. A good number of people, but not like the room wasn't packed out or anything like that. But I noticed right away that the people that were in the audience, in the room, small business owners, they had pretty specific questions about where they're at in their business. Hey, good morning. If you're new to this, welcome. We're talking about presentations, how effective they are for the rooms that you're stepping into. This is kind of a nuanced topic, because I want to get this out of the way by saying, like, I have no issues with presentations. I really don't. I love presentations. I love effective presentations. But it's not my style of communication when I'm around a group. And I'll tell you why. So I'm at this event, and it's a marketing event put on by the Small Business Center. Shout out to you guys. That was amazing. Great facility. Really enjoyed the venue. And I noticed right away because there was two other people there doing presentations, that there were a lot of questions, but they were tailored questions that the people in attendance, small business owners, had. And I thought, man, there's probably a lot more where that came from. So, I walked in, I see one of the representatives for the event, and they looked at me and they said, oh, you just walk on in, all cool, calm, and collected. Didn't have a laptop, didn't have any notes, didn't have none of that. I just walked in, me, myself, and I thought, let's do this. So when they called me up, first of all, they had a microphone. And I just said to the crowd, I said, listen, you want me to use this or not? They said no. I said, okay, we putting this away. So put it away, got a chair, and sat down right in front of the small business owners. And I just said, hey, who wants to get honest here today about where you're really at in your marketing? Everybody's hands go up. So I said, okay, great. We got some people here that are hungry. They really want to learn. They really want to, get some tailored advice, strategy, brainstorming around their business. So I just asked a simple question. I got everybody around the room to answer it. And the question was, from a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you have zero confidence in where you are in your marketing right now, and 10, you are so confident, and this really is just to see what more there is that you can add on to what you already got going on, because it's amazing. And I got a lot of, 5s, 7s, 3s, whole thing around. So that gave me context, right? Then I went back. Once I got everybody's answer, then I said, all right, what's your specific question? What are you struggling with right now? What's the barrier in front of you right now, so I can help remove it? So, and I'm going to put out content about this in the next several days, because I think it's important even for marketers to hear this. So one by one, these people started pouring out where they were in their business, what was going on. One couple, business partners together, have an incredible, thriving business. They were trying to leverage social media to get in front of candidates to bring to their businesses. And then I said, well, describe those candidates. Like, where are they coming out of? And then they said, oh, they're coming out of, engineering school, whether that be college or university. And then they kind of gave me a little bit more information. And I just asked a very simple question. And I almost, and this is me being honest, I almost assumed they had already done this. So I almost didn't ask the question. So I asked them, I said, have you talked to any college professors or university professors, like, around Ontario where these people are graduating from? Do you have any relationships? Their answer was no. So I thought, I was like, that's an easy fix. I'm like, okay, so all you need to do, I said, this week, just go and call every single prof that is helping these people that you're trying to hire to graduate. Get in there now, get a relationship with them now, and get them to send you candidates. So this is where my business hat goes on, because we didn't talk about social media at all. We actually just talked about, like, listen, you need to be calling these college profs and getting a relationship with them. Now, that's kind of a part of my gifting, because it's both. I do business and I do the marketing side. But for them, it was clear that the business side needed to focus. I'm like, no, your problem's solved. I'm like, you start making relationships with these college, university professors where these people are graduating. Anyway, it was, they were like, whoa, light bulb went on, and they're like, writing notes, making everything. So we did that with as many people in the room as we could possibly get. And we didn't get to everybody. But here's the cool part. Even the people we didn't get to, they got value because they're listening to all of these unique individual challenges, and they're getting sauce, an insight that they can add to what they got going on. And anyway, by the end of it, we had a really, really good time. Lots of great feedback from people afterwards. And I just found that format to be super effective. And it's funny because I probably did the least prep out of all the presenters that came there. Like, cause you come in, you got your 30 slides or how many slides you got your laptop, you got the technology you got to work with, you have all the prep work of building those slides ahead of time. I just walked in and I just said, as long as I have a chair and I can sit close to where people are, I'm like, that's all I need to do. I had the 2 questions I wanted to ask, but that was it. And one by one, just started answering those questions, and people started asking those real questions. Like, man, this is where I'm at. Like, you asked me to be honest. Like, this is, because I said to them, I said, don't look to the left, don't look to the right. Don't not ask the question you really want to ask out of fear of judgment from the people sitting next to you, because they got their own problems. So that's basically what we did. And I really encourage anybody, like, whether you're a marketer or whether you're B2B, like B2C, like whatever it is, like, if you host events where you can just sit around the table, whether it's in person or virtual, and just answer questions that your clients have, oh my word. Because listen, I'm just going to share an honest truth. People love to hear themselves talk. So if you're trying to give people value, the more they hear their voice, the more value you're giving them, even indirectly. Because sometimes it's almost like sometimes it's like business therapy for people. Like, not everybody can afford a business coach. And if you talk to business coaches, like, a lot of what they do is they just let their clients vent because they need somebody to vent to, because they can't talk to their partner and they can't talk to their kids, and they, it's all bottled up. So give people a platform where they can talk, where they can air their challenges, and shut up and listen. And then go into, I've seen that happen before, and here's what helped this other person, or here's what helped me when I went through it. And one by one, you'll start to begin to see people really get a good grasp on, like, whoa, okay, this person understands. Not only does this person understand, but they've seen this 100 different times, and they got context, and they can tell stories, and they got like several different things that we could do to clean this up real quick and easy. So that part. So if you're a marketer, and again, I'm going to put out content about this. I'm so passionate about this. Sometimes a lot of what I put out is like things I've already experienced. So what I'm teaching you guys are things that I've been taught myself, whether through experience, whether through coming across somebody who's inspired me, that type of thing. So I try to give as much value as possible that way. But yeah, shout out to y'all. I hope this was a helpful, insightful live. We're talking about presentations. Presentations, are they effective? You just standing up and blurting out a bunch of information to people. And I'm going to be honest, another reason that's not my style, and again, I'm not knocking it, it's another reason it's not my style, is because I can Google half the information I see on the presentations. I'm just going to be honest. I can Google it. So anybody with a brain could Google everything that's on those slides. There's nothing against the slides. I just know that I can get that information anywhere. My question becomes is, how do we tailor the information to the business struggle, to the marketing struggle that the individual who's sitting in front of you is currently facing? And that's why I do the format that I do. Because if you can't get to the root, you run the chance of people walking away more confused than when they came in. That's my thoughts on that. And I've seen it happen over and over again. I've been in presentations where I walk out more confused than when I came in. Like, I'm like, man, I got all this information, but what do I do with it? That's the question. What do I do? What's the next step? You know? So that's why I like answering, sometimes like getting an answer to a real small question that's actionable is way more valuable than getting a pile of information that's going to make your whole machine run 10 times better, because people don't know where to start. People don't know where to start. I don't know where to start half the time. I'm the most non-technical person in my company. So I need things like, you know, give me that 8th grade spelling, language, grammar, sentence, all of that. Because if you start talking to me in grade 13 in college or university, like, you lost me. So anyway, I hope this was valuable to you and makes you think a little bit differently about presentations. Like, think about the room you're walking into. Is that going to be the most impactful way to communicate to a group of people that I'm going to be meeting with? Or should I just sit around the table with them and let's have like a town hall type of thing? Organized, of course, because you're running the show. You know, don't be afraid to cut some people off. And maybe if you're not strong at that, you need to bring somebody in that is strong at cutting off people when they've been talking too long. So think about that for the next time you got a presentation or something you got to do. And I'll just say this too. It's a lot less prep work, a lot less. So if you try to save some time, I'm just saying, there's a lot less you got to do to prepare. Because you know your business. You know how to help people. But do you know what the root of their challenge is? That's the question. Once you get to the root, it becomes a lot easier to tackle everything else. Thank you very much, everybody. This is your boy, Joshua Edwards, coming to you live from OSM. I hope you have a fantastic day. We'll be putting out content around this and probably clipping this up as well. So I hope this was of value to you, and peace. Take care.